G'day YouTube, this is LEGO City Train Station set number 60335. This is the 2022 set, and the last time we saw one of these was back in 2014 in the form of the slightly strange 60050 set. I've got a picture here in the corner for you. Was never really a fan of that train station, and I've got to say this one is light years ahead of that one. So much so that I have a confession. This is not quite a complete review of this set because it's so good. My kids took it and had a play with it, and unfortunately one of the minifigures is now missing. I have been looking frantically for the last few days for it and I cannot find it, which means it'll show up after this review. I apologize for that, but I will do my best to cover every single thing else in this set because there is just so much good stuff. Right from the beginning you can see there's heaps going on. We've got this maintenance vehicle here with the guy up here in the new fluoro yellow outfit, the hat there looking very cool. We've got an awesome Portaloo. I could do a whole video just on that because it's hilarious. It's so well done. We've got the train station itself back here with an area to eat, an area to buy tickets. We've got the control room up here. We've got the seating area here. They've also got adverts for the fresh line of food, which aligns with the market, the farming stuff, the supermarket, things like that. And we have, I think, what may possibly be, in my opinion, one of the best buses we've seen in a LEGO set. They could have sold this on its own. Honestly, it's so good. I'm going to cover that one in a moment as well. So, where should I even begin with this? Let's just start with the sheer amount of stuff in this. There's 907 pieces in this set. That's a good amount of stuff. That's enough to build this car. We haven't seen one of these, again, these maintenance style vehicles for a long time. And this is a really good one with the trailer on it as well. We'll go into some detail on that one. We've got a train station that is beautifully styled. It's got a bit of artwork on the side here that I'll show you in a moment. It's got a fantastic colour scheme for this year and some new colours. It's got some techniques that really caught me off guard. We've got a good use of the road plates here. Let me just move that along so you can see it properly. Got a good use of the road plates here, and they've shown you how to do a crossing as well. I will say I have fixed the crossing on this one so that you cross on the correct side. The cars are now driving on the correct side of the road. Hey, it's one of those things that they never localize. You get 5 minifigures, although I've only got 4 unfortunately, and a bike and a nice little tree up here and some really good stickers on here. Now there was quite a few stickers, but not too bad in my opinion. Now I'm going to approach the review of this as a playset, not as an AFOL thing. Why? Because this is a playset. It's not for AFOLs. I will make a couple of AFOL comments on the way through, but this is all about how I would feel as a kid getting this set. And I did have a couple of train stations when I was growing up because LEGO used to make lots of train stations. So I think I'm in a pretty good position to talk about this. I'm also a massive fan of trains, as you all know. But instantly looking at this, we've got a good spread here. The fresh stand over there with the fresh bench rather. We've got a cash machine, I'm guessing, there. We've got some fruit and veg up there, just keeping in the appearance of the freshness here. We've got a nice colourful tree. I love the colours they've chosen on there as well. We've got this mosaic here made up of triangles, which I think looks brilliant. Like really nicely done. Great colours, really brightens up that wall. A bit unexpected. We did see it in the pictures, but it does look really good in person there. Moving along, we've got the 2 frontages here and the upper area. I will say there were a couple of techniques on the way through this that caught me by surprise and I was very glad to see. Like, for example, if we look at these roofs, they're all studs on the side. So they get these nice big windows in the top. Now the trade-off of having them like that is they're not actually removable very easily. Like, I have to actually like, yeah, see, doesn't actually come off. Now that does come off, but the roof ain't coming off in a hurry. So that was a decision LEGO made to do that, and I think it was worth it because look how good that roof looks all the way along there. Nice. Just lets light all the way in. Looks really cool, and I think that was a great Slightly unexpected decision, and I'm very happy to see it. I love this blue they've used as well for all the windows rather than just plain old clear ones. We've got stickers here as well telling us when the train is coming along. We've got lights on the front there, and if we go around the back here, now the interior is quite sparse. There ain't a lot going on in here. We've got a control center up here, which does come off with a couple of control panels in there. Let's see if I can get the light in there properly. There we go. So yeah, we've just got a couple of control panels and a coffee cup and a chair. Nothing really to write home about, but then what else does the controller need to do really for this station? We've got downstairs coffee machine, very important, and we've got the cafeteria on the right here, which really is very bare bones, has a croissant for the customers to eat. Does very much remind me of the buffet car on the trains as well. And then, oh, I'm gonna knock that off. And then on the other side, we've got the ticket seller, which again, very sparse, just a calculator and a ticket. So that's pretty minimal. We do get an extra sticker on this side here of a lost cat, unfortunately, that has been found. Hooray! That's a nice happy story. Down the other end, not a lot to write home about. We've got a bike rack here for the travellers to leave their bikes there, for someone to come along and take, I mean for passengers to leave their bikes there. And then we've got just a simple ramp here leading up into the station. So accessibility is key again, and if you get the high-speed passenger train, obviously that comes with a wheelchair figure. You can check out my review for that set in the corner now. I really enjoyed building that set, as I said, and it did come with a wheelchair and a wheelchair access, so that's very important. Now I'm going to make one AFOL comment here. Train stations are a blooming long way from the platform, and I was looking at this and I realised that actually is something that goes back a long way with LEGO that they've done for a long time. Let's take one of the passenger cars from the high-speed train here and put it on there, just to show you what I mean. Look, now I'm sorry, but LEGO minifigures, except for the ones that are coming out in the Avatar set, they're literally going to have to do some kind of suicide jump across there to actually get on the train. It's like, look at that gap, it's enormous. But then I looked at it, and this is something LEGO has done for a very, very long time. I have no idea why, because they don't build 10, 12 wide trains, so it's an interesting decision. I will obviously be shortening that gap for my station, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out. If anybody knows the reason for it, I would love to know the answer to that question. Next up, we get this nice simple crossing using the road plates. I like how they've incorporated it. They've shown us a way to actually link everything up. They've put this island in the middle here so the cars can drive across there easily. It's just a nice, here's a nice little, yeah, see, very smooth for the cars to go across. I've included the road to rail piece here that comes with this set. We'll talk about that one in a moment, but that just means that cars like this, we can bring vehicles. If you haven't seen this, we can take a vehicle like this and easily drive it onto the track without actually having to fiddly put it in position, which is quite convenient, I think. Yeah, you get two of these in this set, so one for each end of it, presumably for this predominantly, given that it's the main kind of play vehicle in the set besides the bus. So very simple build, nice boom gates on there. I like the fact that they stay up as well. It's something that could have so easily gone wrong and fallen down. They've got a nice little stand there to make them sit at the right height. There's really not a lot else to write home about that. I do like how it's incorporated. I do like the fact they've included a line for each of the ramps, each of the boom gates. I think that's an important little detail really, but it just adds to it and makes it feel a bit more functional and real at the same time. As for these end plates, if you haven't seen them, I said, you just drive on like that. Really good. You get two of those in here. This was first introduced in the Hidden Side train set, I believe. That was the first time we saw that one. And it's nice to see LEGO using this. Really does add to the playability of a set like this. You can just go on and off all day long. You can tell I like that piece. here's our maintenance vehicle, and as I said, we haven't seen one of these for a while either, and I really, really like it. I'm going to just disconnect the trailer for a second and just show you it in a bit more detail. Lovely design there, got the grill on there, kind of looks like a Unimog kind of design again, one of LEGO's favourite designs. I like the fact that they've not just left this empty on the side, they've tried to put something there to keep it interesting. We've got the two wheels here for the trains that fold up like that, so the car can drive normally on the road, and then they fold down using clicky parts, which is an important detail because if they didn't click they wouldn't stay down, just in case you didn't realise that. We get a bucket with some accessories in it, and we've got a couple more of accessories on the back there. We also have this very simple but very functional boom arm here that the minifigure can stand in and work on whatever they need to work on. In this set, the pictures, he's working on the sign for the station, but yeah, nice. Again, clicky parts, stays up well. I like the fact that they've included some extra dots on here as well, extra studs, sorry, so that you can have more accessories on there if you want to. Again, this is a maintenance vehicle, so you would have quite a few things on there probably. And in terms of the interior, very, very, very sparse. Just a steering wheel and a seat back. But it comes in this beautiful orange. It's got the LEGO City train branding on it, as you can see. It looks good from all angles, and most importantly, it comes with a Portaloo. How cool is that? Let's just take that off a second. I want to look at this. I want to talk about this. Very simple trailer. One thing though that I can't get past, but I know why, because it would have made it much bigger. This only comes with train wheels, and it attaches to a vehicle that goes on the road. This would destroy the road. It needs tyres as well. So I know why LEGO's done that, but might be something that needs to be fixed or adjusted somehow. So it's a good idea having the trailer on there that can just be pulled along and go on the train tracks. The workmen can go and do their work, and they've got somewhere to go and have a dump. In terms of the build for this has got to be one of LEGO's best Portaloos. No word of a lie. Look at this great roof piece on here that they've used, or two of them rather. And then on the interior, oh, and not to mention the sticker on the front, the right colours. Inside, we've got a toilet roll here. We've got a light there to tell you that, you know, it's in use or whatever. And there's actually a poo in the toilet. Can you believe that? They actually put a poo in there. I'm pleased that little bit of humour actually made it through the review phase for this set. I think it looks really good, but I like this. I think this is really cool. Really, really cool. Again, LEGO could have sold this on their own, so they've really kind of gone all in on this train set and just put so much into it. Kudos to them. Like, you really have got a proper play set here with things like this that will be great with any train layout. Any train fan will be happy to have this added to their collection. Now, last up, the bus. This is a great bus, as I said. It's nicely compact, dense, feels full of features, nice little details like the grills there. Again, we've got the fresh branding on the back here, and I like how this bike rack's been done. Again, if you watch my review of the high-speed train, you'll see that they had a very good way of attaching bikes to the interior of that. Again, an entirely different way of putting the bikes on here. Just get that helmet to stay on there a second. They clip into that little stud there, and it works really, really, like that's not going anywhere. Just that round stud slots in, easy peasy. I think that's brilliant. This is the number 43 bus. On this side, not a lot of detail other than that, but there's no door on this side. Then round the front, great panoramic window for the driver to see where they're going. You can see we're going to the town centre. They've got proper mirrors on here. And then back to this side here, we actually have something that is being used quite a lot in these sets by LEGO, and that's that door piece that we first saw in the school, and it's used all in the high-speed train carriages as well. for doing the entrance to it. It's a great piece. That slightly smaller door, and LEGO is putting it to good use. So yeah, lots and lots of easy access onto this bus here for the passengers. If we take the top off here, now interestingly, this middle piece actually doesn't come off. This middle piece is rigid, which is unusual, but I think is actually a very sound design decision, because we've got lots of space to get in here because of these double doors. We've got the driver, we've got 5 rows of seats there with the double seats at the back, although there's no way you're going to get 2 minifigures into that space, but let's not worry about that one. This is a LEGO City train bus, which means it's 4 wide. Use of arches here as well to reinforce it. This thing is very solid, other than this front bit, which I did manage to break off just now because it kind of lifts up in the way if you're not careful. But I like the use of these ingots as well to, again, break it all up. I think that's a fantastic bus. I really like it. Might have to make another one of those in another colour, I think, because it's so good. Just, I think, gusting, I think it's really cool bus. Here are the 3 train staff for this set. You can see this wonderful colour they've kept all the way through here. Even the maintenance guy's got it on underneath that fabulous fluoro yellow, orange, silvery gold outfit he's wearing. I do like that new colour they've used for that piece. Each of the minifigures has their own expression there, and the printing on these is good quality. You can see how well etched in the lines are here on their outfits. Very detailed, very nice. This one here works especially well because we've got the orange next to the gold, and that is actually printed really well. You can see there that's not something that's easy to do. So again, it looks like LEGO might have improved some of their quality issues around the minifigure printing, I hope, unless it's just certain regions are getting less than stellar printing. Now on the back, again, he's got the other part of his walkie-talkie here. The creases carry on. There's no actual markings on there. This one in the middle does get a second face there, her happy face, conducting the trains and helping the passengers. The one on the left is actually the bus driver, although they have very similar outfits, all working for LEGO City Transport. Next up, we have the passengers from the train set, minus the little boy. I'm really sorry. I'm gutted I can't find him, but let's just say he had a really good outfit, and I'm sure he'll show up, and he's well worth adding to your collection as well. Doesn't have bending legs. He's one of those minifigures without the bending legs. Again, quality here, the printing here is fabulous. Cannot fault it. Really good. There's lots of little details like those buckles, the buttons. Everything is there. There's no colour run in there. This is, again, very well printed. And this top is fabulous. Look at it. Wow. How awesome is that? And again, the pockets with very fine stitching around them. I mean, that's amazing quality. To be able to do that and not have it run is impressive, and I think LEGO hopefully is getting on top of their minifigure quality issues there. In terms of other faces around the back, no figure on this one, for the reason that he has he rides the bike, so when he's got the helmet on you can actually see that bit of the head, so it would look kind of strange, but good to see the pattern repeats on the back here, and that slightly more serious face. I think I prefer the one on the front, to be honest, but that's a very sort of, that's her I'm late for my train face, I guess. How do I wrap up this review? You can probably tell from the way I've spoken from the very beginning of this set that I am a fan. I think this is a really well put together set. LEGO really has shined on this. I would give this probably a 4.5 out of 5. There's a couple of extra things I'd like to have seen in here, a couple of design tweaks here and there, but really this is an A grade LEGO set. And in terms of the value, here in Australia this set retails for $130 at the moment. I'm not sure what the price is going to be after the September increase, but I think that price is actually really good for the sheer amount of stuff you get in here. Obviously the price is increased because we've got road plate in here, which is unfortunate that those do increase the price. Maybe if they removed that one it would have been $5 cheaper, but on the whole I think what you get here, the techniques, the way it looks, the building, the minifigure collection, this bus, this vehicle, that platform, the colours, the style, everything about this set just is great Lego. Really is Lego shining at the top of their game, and I want to see more train stuff like this, Lego. If you're listening, watching, please, we need you to come back to trains properly. Don't have to do lots, just a few little things like this would be amazing. It would be so good. And the train station, this is a worthy successor to the 2014 train station. As I said, I think this one is heaps better. I love it. I'm happy with it. You got my thoughts all the way through this video, and I'd like to know your thoughts on this train station. Do you like it? Is it something you would get? Is it something you've got? Have you now decided to get it? If you're interested in getting it, I do have links to it down below in the description. It does help my channel. And on that note, I'm going to say, if you're new here, hit subscribe. I do post regularly, and I will see you again very soon.